So next up, we have producer of the year. And this one, I don't really have any snubs for it either. I think we all kind of agreed to consensus. Like, there's not really a lot of snubs. I picked Ernest Emile. Well, the choices were Alissia, Ernest Emile, Ian Fickchunk, Mustard, and Daniel Negro. I probably butchered a lot of those names, so forgive me. Um, I was gonna go with Mustard because of Not Like Us. And then I was like, he did like three really good songs this year. And I'm
And
like,
that's it.
I don't think that gives you the win there in that category. Like, if you look at all the songs, he's got like four, and everyone else has like almost 15 or 20. So I went with the Ernest Emile. He was the producer for a bar song by Shabuzi, which I really love the instrumentation on that. He did a lot of work with Lucky Daye this year. And he did Die with a Smile, which, whether you like the song or not, it did become very popular, and it was enough to get Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga on it. And
Mhm.
so there's something to be said for him producing those making those hits. So yeah, that was my category. Did you guys have anyone in particular for this one, or
I, I don't frankly even fully know the role of which a producer has in the quality of the song from my, as the consumer here,
yeah?
I don't really know what Ernest DeMille did to make a bar song great or not, like how much was
Mhm.
Shabuzi or not. So I defer to the panel.
Okay. The best way I could describe like a producer versus a songwriter is like a songwriter will like come like if you're looking at a chef, like a songwriter will come up with the ingredients and then a producer is the one who puts them together in the way that works. So like a songwriter might like write out the chords and the lyrics and stuff like that, and the producer is the one that's like, okay, I want like a Liverpool bass on this one, or no, let's switch that line, or let's use this guitar amp, or let's like he kind of fine tunes it to make it really work. So yeah, so that's why Dearness to Mile kind of won that category for me, and I guess we're all in agreement. Kind of.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, sure, might as well.
very convincing.
Lastly, we have the Songwriter of the Year. Choices were Jesse Alexander, Amy Allen, Edgar Barrera, Jesse Joe Dillon, and Ray. And firstly, I will say I really did want to give it to Amy Allen, because I feel like female songwriters don't always get a lot of love in these categories. There's also not a lot of female producers out there. It's a very heavily male dominated field. And realizing that she was the one who wrote Espresso made me really want to give it to her. But I ended up going with Ray, because Ray has this one song with Lucky Daye called Paralyzed, which is absolutely gorgeous song. And she did some work with Hans Zimmer, which I think is it like to work with a composer that incredible and like be able to have a songwriting credit on a song with Hans Zimmer, one of the most like influential composers. Any movie you've heard has his scores in it. I think that just deserves the win in and of itself. Like just being able to work with him and have a songwriting, like for him to be like, you're talented enough where you deserve a credit on this, to me is what help gives her the win here. Do you guys have any thoughts on songwriter of the
Uh,
year?
those Sabrina Carpenter songs are really catchy, so I guess I'll say Amy Allen,
Go with Amy
just
Allen.
because
Yeah.
for both Espresso and Please Please Please, which were
Yeah. And she
very
did
catchy.
taste.
She did. Oh, did she? Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Then yeah,
Hmm.
that'd probably be my vote then.
Okay.
Yeah, as I look at the list, also like women in male dominated fields. I don't know if you've seen that trend on TikTok, the women in male dominated fields. It's pretty funny. If you ever decide to go down a rabbit hole, that's a pretty funny rabbit hole to go down. So I love that as a trend, generally speaking. But yeah, when I like look at these, it she doesn't look uneven in the amount of projects that she's worked on. I'm not a big country music consumer, so that's why I like the guy at the top, Jesse Alexander, who has all these Luke Combs credits. I'm like, "Meh." I think Luke is there on the strength of his vocals and not the strength of the
Yeah.
material in his. To be honest, it's like, and a truck and a beer got together one day.
You
But
gotta give it Luke Combs.
but yeah, so when I'm especially like Leon Bridges is like deep and esoteric, and And she's got, big hitters on there like Olivia Rodrigo and Justin Timberlake. So yeah, I think I would go Amy Allen too. But that being said, I don't think I've listened to enough of everyone else's like CV on these credits. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to really do I wish I had enough time in the world to really do a deep dive and listen to all these songs. I just kind of have to go off of the ones that I've heard and the credits that we've seen. That's kind of what we're all doing because if we like did this for a living, like all we had to do was talk about Grammys, we would just listen to the songs over and over again, if we were like on the panel. Unfortunately, we aren't yet. Um,
Ever the optimist.
well, that covers
Love
our
it.
first episode of Grammy Snubs and Dubs. So, Kate, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was great to chat with y'all.
Yeah, we
Yeah, it
loved
was
having you
absolutely
along.
amazing. Yeah. And we'll have to have you back again. Thank you guys for listening. And yeah, let us know your snubs and dubs in the comments and stay tuned for next time.